Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These five are the only protection we have.
The best part of this show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news. It's very outside of the box.
I
love Friday. Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares. A to B.
Shattered Cast Uncut. Is that you? Shattered Cast Uncut.
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered Cast Uncut.
Complete fuckers. This podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and shut the fuck up, Chip.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Shatteredcast Uncut episode. Work with me here, 284. It is the B team, I guess, if you want to call us that, because we are missing the two Bs, Bobby and Bobbert. So, you know, we have to be extra B for the B team. So joining me tonight, of course, if you were paying any attention, is the one and only Greg from Mercy. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Very well. And, of course, we have the one and only Matthew Deluxe Baldwin. How are you, sir?
I'm good, fella. How you doing?
I am doing well.
Awesome.
So, that is it. And that is the crew that's here tonight.
Yeah.
And if you don't like it, now's a good time to go ahead and turn it off. Otherwise, stick around. You may enjoy yourself. Yeah. So, we'll go right back around in the same order. Greg, did you get anything this week?
I did.
What'd you get?
I got, let's see. I got to remember what I got last week and what I got. Okay. So I got two Naked Predators. I got the Predator 1 and 2 Predators. So I'm pretty much done with my Predators as it stands now. And I like them both. They're both pretty good. I mean, you know, they're pretty much all the same figures. So,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I got the Mech Fans Toys Megatron because the other ones are like $60 and that is ridiculous. I got the Mech Fans Toys Soundwave, the one with the Pocket Toys. I got the Mech Fans Toys Ironhide. Trust me, it gets better. I got the, hold on a second. I gotta remember because I got a whole bunch of stuff at one time. I got the Mech Fans Toys Lambos, which I'm not crazy about, but it was kind of a package deal. I won them in a raffle. I got the Magic Square Sea Spray. I got the Magic Square, obviously the Beachcomber that comes with it. And I'm thinking that was actually, oh, and I got the Toy World Whiskey Jack, which I have really mixed feelings about. I like him and I don't like him all at the same time. And I think that was about it. I'm sure I'll remember something later, but I think that was actually about it.
Nice.
Very nice.
Good haul.
I think the Whiskey Jack, like, I love the car mode. Which scale Legends have you been going with, Greg? Are you doing the Mech Fans Toys, or are you doing the Magic Square, or are you doing New Age?
Mixtures.
I'm doing a mixture, yeah. And then it's got to the point where now I'm kind of doing like like kind of comic-y Cybertron, and then I've got like my G1 kind of style as well. You know, hence the Mech Fans Toys Megatron and Ironhide and all that. So yeah, it just depends. I just try to piece them together in a way that makes sense. With the cars, I'm not super anal about the cars because, like, if it was Masterpiece, I'd be a little bit more concerned. But you know, I can take that. You know, like mini bots are going to be mini, and you know, the cars aren't always going to be the same size. I had to kind of adjust when I got that Trailbreaker. And Trailbreakers, I want to say he's almost a little shorter than Iron Factory Jazz. I just kind of had to make a concession and say, you know, they're not all going to be perfect, but
yeah. Well,
what's you're doing? You're doing the little boys, right?
So mine is kind of mixed. I'm doing quote unquote for for lack of better terms, the Voyagers, I'm doing Voyagers, and like Leaders, I'm doing Magic Square. Just because I like the size compared to like the New Age cars. And for the car bots, I'm doing the New Age cars. I do have the Magic Square Sea Spray and Beachcomber, which I think look fine next to the New Age Bumblebee and stuff like that. I'm kind of doing the mix too. But I just feel like I like the bigger size of Magic Square. I wasn't really like in the pictures I've seen. Like I've heard great things about like Magic Square Sideswipe and such, but he's just like he's too big compared to like Inferno and stuff to me. You know, like it doesn't feel right. So that's kind of the way I've been going. And Whiskey Jack's weird because like if you in robot mode, he really kind of is Magic Square scale. The car, I think, is beautiful. Like, they nailed the car. It looks awesome.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
The robot mode is, like, it's fine. Like, it's not as good as the Magic Square nor the New Age, you know? Like, I would say the car is as good as New Age's, but the robot mode's not so wonderful.
The robot mode feels like, that actually feels more like a Hasbro Legend.
Yeah, so I don't know. The only one thing that I liked about the I guess the robot mode of Whiskey Jack, and I mean it's completely subjective, like it may drive you crazy, but for me it's the fact that like if you extend the knees, he's Magic Square scaled, and if you don't, he's New Age scaled, which I think is kind of fun. Yeah, I don't blame anyone who's like, no, not extending the knees looks stupid, because it really does look just like that. The Generations, I guess it was, Wheeljack, who kind of looks stumpy and everything like that. So
like he was wearing waders.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. He was going out to check his crab pots.
Exactly. That's the best way to put it. So, Matt, what'd you get this week?
I got in the Magic Squares, the Super God. He is the Power Master Prime. A lot of people were kind of, he's got the smokestacks of like Ultra. He's a retool of Ultra Magnus. So I got him. I'm checking him out. I picked up the MechFans Toys Gears and Swerve, and I just want to check them out, and I've already sold them. But I love the little mech tech things they come with, the little whatever the little fellas they come with. They were pretty cool. So I got rid of those. I picked up the Iron Factory Racing Bros, the Sideswipe and Sunstreaker. I don't know if I said that last week or not, but picked those up. Really like those. And I picked up the 3A Bumblebee.
Nice.
And he is fucking awesome. I mean, I know we're going to talk about it later. We're going to, do some discussions next week with him and everything. But he's beautiful.
Or whenever Bobby gets a chance.
Yeah,
to
whenever
look at
he gets
so
a chance. So
it might be later than next week, but we do have kind of a discussion planned for this. Yeah,
because more people will be able to, put their inputs on it, because I'm the one that's got it. But it's a beautiful piece, and it's on par with Flames Toys. To be honest, I mean it's that good. Detail, the paint, the articulation, and it's cheaper. But we'll talk about that later. But it's a beautiful piece, and I love it. And I think that is all I got. So, So Justin, what'd you get this week, man?
I got not a goddamn thing.
Oh, wait! I'm sorry, I forgot. I got something from Brother Kyle. Thank you so much. He sent me the Robot Masters, the little Thundercracker and Skywarp 2-pack.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I had the Starscream, and he was moving, and he asked me if I had those two. I said no. He's like, man, just give me your address, and I'll send them to you. So I got those in this week also. Thank you so much. I'm going to do a review on them hopefully soon. But shout out to Brother Kyle right there. Sorry, Justin.
Oh, it's okay. So like I said, I got absolutely nothing. And yeah.
Oh,
there's that.
What are you looking forward to? Are you looking forward to any Legends, man? Are you getting anything? Have you ordered anything?
I have some things in piles of loot and stuff like that, like the whatchamacallit, the Ultra Magnus for Magic Square. I've got that. I think I got the last 2 sets of the Unique Toys Headmasters that I don't have yet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like Highbrow and Fort Max and all that stuff.
Yeah, they're fun. Those
Is it
are fun
Highbrow?
to
I don't remember which one is in there. Maybe it's Brainstorm. I can't remember. No, it's Highbrow. I'm pretty sure.
It's Highbrow. Yes, Highbrow.
Yeah. And then the triple changer guys. So.
Oh, nice. 8-Face and
Yeah. So.
Nice.
That's
Those
what
are
I'm kind of
fun.
looking forward to. I know I've got Blue Streak, Silver Streak, whatever you want to call them. Frankly, like that's fine. Like I'm not necessarily super excited about it because I have Prowl and I have Smokescreen. But I'm looking forward to having it. So
yeah. Well, that's cool.
Yeah. So that's all. I mean, someday that stuff will come. I'm not sure. I know some things did drop in my pile of loot that I'm kind of looking forward to. So we'll see. Probably gonna have to ship sooner as opposed to later. Because actually I sold my MMC Overlord because he's a great figure. But I'm not really doing the IDW stuff, and like I really liked the Fans Hobby one that they put out. Like even though he's freaking huge, but like he looks beautiful, and he just got a reissue. So I know that he hit a pile of loot recently, and I don't think I can necessarily wait to ship it until he comes in.
I think I'm gonna pick him up too. I passed on him the first time too, and I was like,
yeah, it's like it's
so good.
I thought I would be okay with the MMC one, and I didn't buy it, and then like I saw reviews, I'm like, no, this thing looks really good. I think I regret that decision. Like, not that there's anything wrong with the MMC one, but that one definitely looks better. So
well, let me ask both of you this: do you think Fans Hobbies is an underrated company? Because I mean, everything they've really put out, and they got that Minerva coming too, what we're going to talk about in a little bit. But I mean, we don't get a lot when people are talking about third-party companies. I don't hear a lot about Fans Hobby being mentioned as one of their top.
The thing that strikes me about them is I feel like they just don't put out things on a consistent enough basis that people are noticing. I think they do put out a good product. Some things better than others. I don't know if they necessarily like have the polish of some of your bigger name companies. Like I think they put out a great product, but like that the Power Master Prime like doesn't have like an amazing finish of paint or anything like that. Like he's nice, he's a good figure. The monster bots again, like they look good, but like and this is a speculation or a subjective point, I guess, from seeing things on those monster bots and not actually having messed with them because they're just too big for what I want them to be. But like they kind of have like that MMC vibe where like the colors and stuff look nice, but it doesn't look like there's necessarily much paint. Like it reminds me a lot of the Predacons that MMC did. So yeah,
well,
I mean
they're doing they tend to do like Master Force 2, which
yeah. Exactly. Like it's not necessarily.
I mean, most people aren't clamoring.
Yeah. Yeah,
well,
that is fair for sure.
Okay. I just wonder. I just like I said, everything I've gotten from them is pretty good. Really good. And I like the monster bots. I think they're really good. I like the size of them. And that Prime and everything. I didn't get the recolor, the black version of one, but it looked really good too.
Yeah.
But it's just weird. I never hear very much about. And you're right. They don't put out a lot of stuff. It's been a while since we've gotten. Overlord was the last one they got and everything.
But we definitely have a very Fans Hobby heavy show today.
We do. Yeah. We can get to.
So we will talk about that, and there's definitely something about it that kind of surprises me a little. That I was surprised with the direction they went, but we'll save that for the show so we can actually talk about it. So let's actually move on to some show news here, and our first order of business is a recolored Cosmos X-Transbots Klaatu. I don't understand this. So they show in the pictures like a one scene from the comic, right? Like, is that all this is? Is like on one panel Cosmos kind of look like that, or is there some kind of precedence to Cosmos looking this way on something that I'm not aware of?
I thought this was a custom.
No.
This is really coming out? Oh.
Yeah, and that comic, I don't know what the comic is. That's like that looks like a collector's club kind of deal. I didn't really look too much into it, but
The Galvatron looks kind of.
yeah, I mean,
Oh.
well, look at Dirge. I mean, that's definitely like some sort of
Is that yellow? Is he yellow or something? Or
yeah,
green?
that's like some sort of like not. I mean, that's not like a IDW or Dreamwave or anything like that.
Yeah, it looks like fan drawn maybe. I don't know. I thought this was a custom. To be honest, I thought I read somewhere it was custom. So they're really putting this out.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
It's very strange colors because like it just doesn't make sense. Like this is the kind of thing that a convention like TFCon gets, and like for the next like 12 years they're trying to get rid of it because, like honestly, you know, like I mean we've seen things that have like weird colorings and stuff like that. Like they're I'm trying to think like what's been there. The Erector was there forever, you know, and like. I don't know. This is just the type of thing that I'm like, I don't understand it, and I don't understand who is in on this, you know?
Dude, this screams 90s rave kind of Cosmos. Like he's going to a rave and he's ready to party with LSD and just all that good stuff, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, I guess if you're the type of person who likes to display your collection under a black light, like this guy would probably look awesome, right? Like,
yeah. I'm sorry, Greg, what was you going to say?
I was just say it's ironic you say that because these are the same colors as the KFC tape they had at Charlotte.
Oh, about the TFCon. Oh, the Scorpion? The Scorpion?
No, it was
the Voltron Lion
Pestilence.
thing or something.
Yeah, Pestilence was his name, I think.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I thought it was the Scorpion. It's just weird.
Yeah, I'm trying to find something about it here.
I don't know. I love the figure itself. Klaatu is my Cosmos. He's a great figure, but I don't know. I don't know about these colors, man. It's weird, but I'm sure somebody will get it. Like I said, if somebody has the black lights, it will definitely look good under black lights.
Yep. So, listeners, if you are in on this, I want to know why. And, leave it in the comments, like, or if you know what this is, like what this homage is, or anything like that. Like, seriously, I want to know.
So is that blue or purple?
Looks like purple to me.
Blue. Is it a purple?
I don't know. It's hard to tell because of the color combination. To me, it looks purple, but I mean, it's like a purpley blue, whichever way you slice it. So
yeah, it looks like kind of like Constructicon colors.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. You could put it with you can put it with Debbie, I guess, if you want to.
Beam him up.
Be Debbie's hat.
Yeah.
That's one use for it.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Debbie right now. Yeah, I guess you could put it with him. I mean, it's kind of a brighter green. That's like like a lime green. But I guess it could mix with him, I guess.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to the next topic. We start our Fans Hobby March as we look at the Minerva prototype. They released a relatively short video on this, and I think it looks good. I'm hoping that the glass panel in the back doesn't stick up like that when it's done. I assume because it's a prototype, and the fact that you can kind of see it's kind of a little off kilter, that it probably like rotates around or something like that.
Yeah. If it's stuck like that, that's gonna be an eyesore. But I think she needs to be a little cleaner in the back like that. So I think it'd be cool if it folds down, but I'm sure it does.
Yeah.
Shows the gimmick and everything. That's pretty cool.
She's got a animated RC vibe.
I kind of get that. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's not one specific part I can really point out and say that looks like it, but like the whole thing like just reminds me of
her shoulders, maybe.
Yeah, but just looking at it, like that's what pops into my mind's animated RC. Like I haven't had that figure in so long. I couldn't exactly point out one part to it, but
the shoulder things would have to be more folded to the back of her because they're like really on the side, kind of. I think the wheels would probably have to be facing the back instead of the side to be animated. I mean, they could retool her into animated RC, definitely. Yeah. But
and it's definitely the proportions of like the midsection kind of look a little more animated, like. So
like I said, it just kind of reminds me of it, not necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of the way your hips are, and like the way your arms just kind of stick off. Like I'm looking at a picture of her now, like just I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's just the torso, really, but that big old head. Hey, Ed.
It is a big head, man. Are you in on this, Justin? I think you are.
Yeah, I'm definitely in on this. I always like Minerva as a character.
Greg, are you gonna get this one?
If you had like if I had known about this, if this had come out like a year and a half, 2 years ago, then yeah, definitely. But I got rid of my other Master Force stuff just because it was taking too long, like for a substantial amount to come out, and space is definitely an option. So or a constraint, not an option. So
I think I'm probably gonna be in. Like I said, I like the Fans Hobby stuff, so I'm probably. I wonder what the retool are into or recolor.
Night Beat.
Oh yeah, that'd be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind a Night Beat, to be honest.
Yeah, because that was the American release, right? Just a Night Beat.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. I mean, it'd be interesting to see how they do the retooling of Nightbeat, because obviously, like, she's a smaller robot fitting into there, so it'll be interesting to see how if they do that, like, how do you fit the bigger torso? Like, it doesn't need to be drastically bigger or anything like that, but, I mean, it is bigger nonetheless, so that needs to be there, and, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see.
What about if they made? I know this is stretching. It's probably going to, cause people to riot and get the pitchforks and everything. What if they made Nightbeat female, and just recolored her and did a couple of retools and everything, but made Nightbeat female? Is that unheard of? I don't know. I'm sorry.
All right.
I just feel
James
like
Roberts, calm down.
I know. I know I'm stretching out there, and I'm probably gonna get some hate mail. But what if they did that? They just did. Made her, Nightbeat female. It sounds like a female kind of name.
I mean, you could do it, but I feel like it's kind of a cop-out, Like,
okay, yeah, I can see that too.
If you have interest in Nightbeat as a character, it's like, is that really what you wanted him to turn out? Like I have no problem reusing 90% of the mold for him, but you really need to figure out a way to make him have at least like a bigger abdomen area. I'm looking at it like, I mean, I don't know how it transforms or how they envision it transforming or anything like that. But it looks like given, like, I mean, you could just, you don't have to have that hourglass shape. You just have to kind of make a bigger, I guess, like hip area, like crotch area, and a bigger abdomen. Yeah. And that's about it. So, I don't know. I think you could do it. So.
They could add on some parts forming stuff or something and kind of, I don't want to say glue it in, but they could add something in there.
Yeah.
To make it more stockier for a male robot.
I mean, I feel like a lot of what Fans Hobby does, I mean, that's not true. I was going to say, what they put out, like, there's a lot of potential to redo it, but I mean, I guess they didn't do that to any of the Monster Cons.
No, they didn't.
So, but I mean, like, you should, in this case, I think you should do that, so.
Yeah, I think that'd be good. I think a lot of people would. I don't know if Nightbeat has a big following, but I'm sure he would be wanted, as far as, because nobody's, made one for the MP scale.
I feel like Nightbeat is at least bigger than doing Minerva, honestly. Like, I mean, I know Minerva's from, Minerva has a pretty big, I guess, like, I would call it more like a cult following, because, like, the toy itself is one of those toys that's like, oh, that's one of those toys that goes for insane amounts of money, in good condition, and nobody's ever seen it. And like, like, I guess you have the fiction of Master Force, but it wasn't like Minerva was a big deal pretty much at all in there. Like, the Headmaster character was a bigger character than like the actual robot, right? So I don't even remember seeing the robot in the show. I mean, I didn't really like the show.
I've never seen Master Force, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, like, I don't know. I feel like Nightbeat has a bigger presence, and like, he's had some IDW representation, right? Like,
and he's had some. He was in. They did a chunk of him in Generations. He was a retool of somebody, I think. But they did a Nightbeat, and so yeah.
He was a retool of a
Bumblebee. Yeah, the Bumblebee. Yeah, he was retooled of Bumblebee. Yeah.
And then there were like different kits for him to make him more
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I had the kits. In fact, I picked one of them up at the first TFCon. I did find that Cosmos, by the way.
What is it?
I was right. It's shattered glass.
Okay.
And that one panel where Cosmos is laying it like broken.
Mm-hmm.
In that comic, that's the literal only appearance of him in the entire thing, and his colors are based on the Action Master Croc, because he kind of had cool shoulders. Like if he had an alt mode, he would have turned into a Cosmos like craft, which was the inspiration for the colors.
Oh, okay. Well, that's neato.
So yeah, so that's what that is.
Greg, at the first TFCon, was that the one where me and you met in the lobby?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm gonna do a sit down with, or let's talk with, not a sit down, Shivas. Come on now, that's a stealing from somebody. I do like a story time with me, and I knew that we went to a TFCon together, and we met. The first time we met was in the lobby, and with our bags and everything.
Yeah, because we were gonna take a shower together, and then Bobby started freaking out and was like, "Come downstairs right now."
Yeah, so that kind of ruined it. So yeah.
Mood killer.
Yep. Anyway, sorry. Go on. I apologize.
All right then. Well, let's move on to the next topic. And this is the next piece of Fans Hobby news, which is that Fans Hobby has shown pictures of Thunderclash in prototype form. And I was really excited when they said they were doing Thunderclash because, you know, that G2 Prime, I'm like, that's kind of cool. Like, that's neat. And then I saw these pictures. I'm like, I think I'm out now. Because I didn't realize Thunderclash is just a retool of the Power Master Prime. Like, it's a heavy retool. But,
it is. Those legs, man, you can tell.
Yeah, I saw that, and I see the truck just sitting in the chest. I'm like, this is not really what I want. You know?
Yeah. I think it looks fine. I mean, what did you want a new mold then? Or did you want them to use the G2 Prime they had? Because I don't think that would have matched either.
No, I don't. See, it's kind of tough because I feel like if you're gonna do Thunderclash, you're gonna do G2 Prime or Machine Wars Prime, right? Mm-hmm. Like that. It is Machine Wars, am I right? Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like if you're doing Thunderclash, you're doing that Prime out of it too. Like it's an obvious recolor of it, and
so they should have done a new mold then.
Yeah, I just feel like it should have been an all new mold. Like I see the truck is different and stuff, but it just doesn't feel that different to me, you know? Like I don't know. I kind of even though trailers find their way into my closet most of the time, if you're doing G2 Prime or Thunderclash, make G2 Prime, or I keep saying G2 Machine Wars Prime or Thunderclash's trailer, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. It's just disappointing, I guess.
The legs are thick. I don't know. Yeah. I don't remember I have the Machine Wars Prime, but I don't have this Thunderclash. He's also called Clash for some reason. Go figure. He looks fine. I mean, the legs are kind of throwing me off for a Thunderclash. They're just really thick. You know, they're like I said, they are retooling the Power Master Prime.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like you said, I don't know if it's enough of a change.
Yeah, and it keeps some of the things that I think are a problem on that Power Master Prime, like the rotating wheel well thing. I don't
on the bottom, yeah.
Yeah, I don't really like how that looks on Power Master Prime. It's an easily broken piece because it doesn't really have enough clearance to get out of its way.
And they just stick out there too. In the first picture, you can see it's just sticking way out there.
Yeah, that's probably one of my biggest gripes with that Power Master Prime. He's a pretty gorgeous figure, you know. He's sitting on my shelf here and he looks awesome, but I have no compulsion to take it down and mess with it because he's a pain in the ass to do things with.
Yeah, he
sure is.
Yeah, it's next to impossible to get. It's next to impossible to get him into the connection part of the trailer where he sits. I don't know. That was just so difficult to work with. I'm I just am not interested. You know?
Is he too bulky? Maybe. I think he's too bulky. I mean, for Thunderclash, I think he's too bulky.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, for Power Master Prime, I can understand. He got all the extra add-on stuff and everything, but for Thunderclash, he didn't do that.
Right, he didn't combine with his trailer and stuff, so why are we shoehorning it that way now? Well, we know why, because you just are reusing an existing mold.
Yeah, that's what I was. That's actually what I was kind of gearing up to say.
Yeah.
And if they're retooling it, are they going to do something to the trailer to give it that like weapons platform?
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And like when I and maybe this will change because it's a prototype, but like when I look at this robot mode, like I see those extra cab windows from Power Master Prime on the sides, you know, where the cab plugs in, because you didn't take that out. Like, so how much of this is just the same, you know? So I don't know.
And are they going to engineer it so the feet break?
Probably.
Man, this thing's going to be, well, how much was Power Master Prime? 280 or something?
I want to say it was
230.
Yeah, it was like 220.
Okay, so
it was something. Yeah, it was something like that.
I did a thing over this guy, and I was like, it looks pretty good, but I don't know if I really. I mean, he's just too big. I think I don't know.
Yeah, I'm in the situation. I just don't feel like I need another version of this mold, even as the character. Like, I'd be more inclined at this point to just go ahead and pick up the MMC version, you know?
Yeah, be cheaper too. But like you said, they should have made this a new mold and then did a Machine Wars, Prime also. So you would have got two things out of it, oh well. I like seeing color. I want to see the turquoise. I think was it turquoise he was, and the white and all that stuff. I think that'd be pretty cool too.
Yeah, like a magenta, or not a magenta, but
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that purplish kind of red. Is that magenta? I don't know.
Could be. Somebody would tell us. But it's probably a pass for me.
Yeah. Oh well. So let's move on to some more third-party news, and I believe up next is Transform Element doing their movie Bumblebee, and my God, this thing is chunky.
It's a chunky monkey.
TFW is like, this is it looks like a very promising Bumblebee. I'm like, really? Like, I mean, like, he doesn't look horrible, but I don't think he looks good really either.
I think he looks pretty cool, man. He's like, he looks like Bulk, or not Bulkhead, but Juggernaut, man. Like he's fixing to run through some walls or some shit.
Yeah, because I remember when Bumblebee did that.
He did. You don't remember that? Come on. I don't know what scale this is. I think this either could be Legends or it could be Chug. I don't know where TF Element's going. I mean, they did the Prime, then they did the Beast Wars Legends, and now they're doing the movie. Like, they're all over the place, man.
So I don't think that this is Legends. I think that this is probably looking like it could be like Deluxe.
So Chug scale?
Maybe like MP car scale.
Yeah, I think this is set to go with the other Masterpiece style.
Yeah. Okay. Because like and the reason I say that is because if you look at the back of this particular guy, I don't think that those panels and stuff would survive as a Legend, like to be that small. So
yeah. Okay. Now let me ask you this question. So I just thought this up was, Chug is still doing decent. We got the Siege line and everything, and it's doing pretty well. A lot of people are looking forward to it. Do you think a third-party company now could go into Chug? Because now mostly they're doing Legends and MP scale. Do you think that there's still a market for a third party to do a Chug scale?
Yes, I do think so. I mean, there's people who go all in on this stuff. They went all in on the old Chug scale. So yeah, I don't think that there's not a market for it. I feel like the market is much smaller because, Hasbro is still a group that most definitely taps into that Chug market. Every single thing they put out is still in that scale. So, I mean, as long as they're still making them and people are collecting them, like I always think that there's going to be a market that people are going to look for that scale. But at the same time, that scale's been around so long that I feel like your window's closing, So, yeah. Like the selection of available characters that anybody is going to care about is
slim.
dwindling.
Yeah, that is true. Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of the thing I guess that sticks out to me the most is that in that case is like you got a whole bunch of things and like okay yeah I'm trying to think of like a good example of a character. Joyride, the Target Master guy. It's like yeah you know, like there's no Joyride. Like does anybody care? Like you know there's yes people care, yes it's G1, but is Joyride really gonna be selling you a big line? Like I don't think so, you know.
No,
so you know, is there a
possibility? But they did put it in the main line. I think it'd be pretty cool. I mean, I think
yeah.
They did
Oh yeah, and I think people would eat it up, you know. But I don't think people are going to eat it up for $70 a figure, you know.
That is true. But I like this. It looks pretty good. Oh, I'm sorry, Greg. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say Justin just triggered me there. I want everybody to know that.
Okay.
Because the last piece of G1 fodder I had to get rid of when I was trying to clear out a box in my closet was a G1 Joyride, and nobody wanted him.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
They just wanted the Power Master.
I had G1 Joyride, and I was like, I freaking hate this figure. You know, like as a kid, I had that toy, and like not today. You're getting played with. You know, like no, you're gonna be sitting there in the box a little bit longer. So.
Poor Joyride.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should make a Joyride. I like this little bee, to be honest. I might pick this up.
That 3B is going to be all the B I need for the next.
I agree. I saw Matt's review on it, and I was like, I am not a big movie fan. You know, I enjoyed the B movie. It was a good movie. I don't feel like I need that B, but like if I was buying a movie B, that would be the one I'd pick.
Definitely, yeah. If that is the the big, if you want, I know it doesn't transform, and that's that's another discussion, blah blah whatever. But if you want a representation of that sitting on your shelf that looks so beautiful, that is the B you need to get.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the thing. Like it doesn't transform. I'm like, yeah, but like, arguably this one that transforms looks like crap. You know, like it doesn't look. I mean, like it doesn't look like crap.
It's not.
Let me say that, but like it's not like. Like the big thing, picture, I guess it's 3. It's like, what is going on? 4, I guess, is better. Like all the like movie, for lack of a better word, like garbage, like the extraneous, things that are present on a movie bot. It's just like some like cheap sculpting that doesn't even look like what it's intending to be, you know?
And that's what I get a problem with. A lot of people say that Transformers are I think Transformers are a lot harder to make. You got the Hot Toys and everything and all that stuff and everything. They're beautiful and everything, but they're easier to make than what a Transformer does because you actually have to look make it look like a robot and also has to transform everything. So if you want stuff like Flames toys that want to look perfect on the shelf and everything, and it doesn't transform, definitely get Flames toys or 3A and everything because they don't have to they don't have to have all that extra stuff. That looks a lot cleaner. That 3A B looks so clean. I mean, like because it doesn't transform, but it's so hard for a Transformer to look really good because it has extra parts. It has to move and everything, all that good stuff. But Greg, I thought you was getting the 3A. Did you not get yours in?
No, I am. Yeah, mine's coming on Saturday.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I knew you was. Huh?
Yeah,
cool. I think you could talk about it too whenever we talk about it. I forgot about you getting yours too.
Yeah, I think the BBTS. I think they got theirs like a week before everyone else did because I know Chosen Prime got his today and too.
Yeah, that's where I got mine was BBTS. So I was just looking. I was just going through and I was like, oh, it's in stock. Okay, I'll get it.
Yeah, I feel like somewhere got them got some a while ago. I don't know because I feel like I've been seeing them.
Yeah, but, I think they were sold at the LA TFCon. A couple were sold there because I think Caleb picked one up or something. Mm-hmm. He's a fan of the show, and I think he picked one up or somebody did. But I think they sold a couple at the LA TFCon.
Okay.
So they've been out a little bit, but yeah, that's good. So we can have 3 people that has it, and we can talk about it.
Yeah, mine's supposed to ship today, and it's coming from California, but all things,
Oh, you'll get
if the USPS gods are feeling benevolent, I'll have it Saturday. If not, I'll have it Monday.
It's a beautiful piece, man. I really hope you like it. I think you're gonna like it. But it's
I've had it pre-ordered since jump
Okay,
street,
good.
actually.
Oh, and then I'm definitely in on Blitzwing. Man, he's gonna be. I'm on the Prime too. I'm getting all those, man.
I didn't pre-order the Prime. I'm playing it by ear. Like if there's a few extra floating around when it comes out, I might grab it. But just kind of the way like things are going for me, like I don't want to commit to something that big, like that far down the road.
Oh,
But yeah, if it works out, like just to have at least 2 figures in that like line, not just one. But the Blitzwing, I'm just like, I can probably pick one up later if I really wanted it, but I don't really care about,
It's a good price though too. 180, I think. And the B was 130, and so it's.
Oh, I thought you meant the B was 180. I was like, I got mine for a little
No,
less.
it's 130. No, I got mine for 130. But yeah, the Blitzwing is 180. I don't know how much the Prime is.
185.
Oh, okay, that's not bad at all either.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm chomping at the bit for the discussion, but we're gonna just leave it.
Yeah. That's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a very interesting discussion. I hope the listeners agree. So.
All right.
All right. So let's move on. Are we on? Let's see. Hasbro news now, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. MP Lio Convoy has been announced.
Man.
Let me preface this and say the bot mode looks amazing. Like, it is a beautiful thing. I'm half tempted to see if I can sell off this Leonidas I've been holding on to and, potentially get this thing. Yeah, I think the bot mode looks great. Like, I like the various incarnations of Prime. So, like, that's something that MP can kind of get me. Like, I have the MP Primal, I would consider getting this. The face on the lion mode looks stupid as hell, and I know that it's from whatever it's fiction. I'm like, but it looks so bad. Like, I hope that there is some way to change that face, because like honestly, I want that the lion face that was I guess it was Cybertron, like that type of lion face. Like, I don't want this, like I want an option to give it cool looking eyes and not really this face. I don't know.
Well, it's accurate to its fault, I guess. I mean, it's
right. Like if you're a fan of the figure, or a fan of the fiction, it's a no-brainer. It looks beautiful, and his head's not going to be breaking off or anything like that. But from an outside perspective, that face needs to go. So,
what got me was this was out of left field. Like, nobody expected. I didn't see this coming at all. There was rumors. I was getting hit up that night before last weekend that there was going to be a Starscream 3.0 and Galvatron was to be announced. And then we didn't get that, and we got this. So I was like,
it is interesting.
This thing had Titan. If you remember, they did that poll.
Yeah.
So this was on there. Beast Wars Prime was on there. Yeah,
Cybertron Prime, Armada Prime.
You know they've got them ready to go.
Yeah.
And they're going to do Primes because Japan loves Prime.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
And,
definitely.
I feel like I'm not the minority here, in the sense that, like I said, like I will be tempted to buy a Prime. Like, I have Primal. Like, I don't have Cheetor or Megatron, the Megatron, or whatever else they've put out in the Beast Wars line. Like, I don't have it. I don't have Dinobot, but I do have that Prime, and I would probably get this one because it's a Prime, so I don't know.
That Black Arachnia looks really good too. I'm kind of excited for her.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time. I was really considering selling off my Dinobot, but then if I'm going to keep Dinobot, then I got to keep. If I'm going to get Black Arachnia, then I might as well just go all in. And
I think it's a good all in, to be honest.
I like these. These are good enough for me.
Yeah.
Like these. I don't want to say they're good enough. I'm saying as far as Beast Wars goes, like just getting the MP ones, it's fine. I don't need all the characters.
Let me ask this a little. Besides the face, the only like actual problem I have with this is the lion paws that just
sticking on back of his
stick
arms.
out the back. Like, is that
Yeah,
accurate.
That's
to...
that's
okay.
toy. I mean, that's what it does on the toy.
Didn't he have them on the back though in the cartoon?
I don't remember, but I know the toy they're hanging off on the back, aren't they, on his arms? I have two of them. They're in my room.
Yeah.
Two of them are on the back, and then two are on the thing. Because I think. Oh wait, no, I'm talking about cheats where they pack together. But yeah, I think pretty much everything is accurate on this. But hold on, let me pull up a good old picture. I might be wrong actually. Nope, they're there.
Okay.
They're there. You just can't. They're kind of obscured. Yeah, they're kind of obscured. Well, all right, this motherfucker got some missiles under there. Oh, that's Devan art. Never mind.
Well, what I wanted to ask is also, and I talked. I got Tyler G on with me, and we started talking about this guy. And do you think that this is going to maybe that? I don't think it's going to sway them from not doing any more main characters because we are getting Black Arachnia. I mean, do you think that they're skipping going up to Beast Wars 2 now and Beast Wars Neo? Do you think they're going to be going doing that stuff now instead of trying to finish the main characters?
No, I mean I think they just have the designs and they're just going to pop some stuff out here and there. Okay. I mean that's that same like the sky is fall. I mean every time they deviate from what's perceived to be the formula, everyone starts running around freaking out in circles like, oh my god, they're never going to put out another G1. They're never going to do this. And then they announce like 4 G1 figures and everybody bitches about them.
That's true. Why y'all not?
It's just a big old fucking circle jerk. So it is what it is.
Well, but the reason why they put this, this is like I said, it may not be a great seller over here. I think it still will do good over here, but it's going to do really well over in Japan and everything. They're going to eat it up like waffles and chicken and waffles, and everything. Who doesn't love chicken and waffles? But yeah, I mean it prime sales, and this one is going to be a great seller there. I'm going to get this. I think rumors for the price were like $180. I think maybe.
That was just.
Or is that just a rumor?
I think that was just people throwing out. It's going to be $200, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much it's going to be. I have no idea.
I bet 130. I think it could be 130, 140 maybe, because he's a little taller than Primal, and Primal was what, 130, wasn't he, or something?
Yeah, I don't know how much. Is going into this, like, because I'm trying to look at it and figure out sort of how it would transform.
And the extra part and the extra accessories too. And we haven't seen that yet either.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like. Look in the shoulder. Like, I think it's pretty straightforward, similar to the original toy, where the arms are gonna kind of go forward, and then he's gonna pull like I'm trying to think of something to compare it to, like there's earlier Megatron figure transformations where he's gonna kind of turn to the side because like the lion head and the back are going to flip around to where the lion head's where the chest is, and then the butt of the lion's going to be at the back, and then blah, 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 blah. And he's going to turn from facing straight forward to facing sideways, sort of.
Yeah, I think the chest is going to split somehow or something, and the arms are going to I have to remember how to transform him. But the arms, yeah, like you said, the arms are kind of like a Megatron. It's kind of weirdness thing. They got to line up in the chest and everything. I wonder if the chest is going to open up.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like. Did he have anything in the chest, or was it like a spark crystal kind of deal?
A spark crystal, I think.
Yeah, I can't remember if that transferred over to. I haven't watched Beast Wars 2 in forever.
I want to go get my toy and see how.
I've actually never seen it. I want to.
I haven't either.
Check it out just to see what it's about. But yeah, I've never checked out Beast Wars 2. So.
I hope we get a Stampy. No, I want a damn rabbit.
I do have a Stampy. I did get a Stampy at some point. I'm like.
It's like $5.
Wait, was Stampy was the giraffe, right?
Rabbit. No, that was.
that was yeah.
Long was it?
Which one was Stampy?
Long Rack. He was the rabbit.
Oh yeah. I saw Stampy. I never picked up his Stampy. I had Long Rack, yeah. Because it's like a transforming giraffe. Why don't I want this?
Yeah,
that's what I said too. That's actually why I bothered to watch it. And then I had was it like Cyclonus or something? Like it was a name they reused. It was like a trilobite, not a trilobite. It was like a oh shit.
The pill bug thing?
No, I had him and the recolor. That was Retrax.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Kit loved that thing. I would just like hang him up downstairs, like he'd just be hanging off the bookcase. No, it was I can't remember what the animal was called. Something with a C, but it's like a shell. It looks like a fucking snail, and then the shells would be his shoulders, and one of them would shoot off like a missile.
Was Kurata a Beast Wars 2 thing?
Which one was Kurata?
He was like the rattlesnake that like kind
Oh,
of transformed into like he was wearing a
I have
poncho and a sombrero.
Yeah, I remember.
Corrado.
I think it's Kurata.
Kurata. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's not gonna. That brings up. I don't want to say that. Kurata.
And then this one had the best incarnation of Galvatron.
Oh, the penis mobile.
Yep.
Funny thing is I know exactly what you're talking about.
Kurata. I'm not spelling it right. It's not coming up anything.
Yeah, that might be.
I know what you're talking about. I have it. I have the snake. Yeah, I think it was Beast Wars too. I don't know. You know, Stasis Lock's gonna be on my ass. Like, man, why don't you know that shit, man? I don't know. Sorry. I love Stasis Lock. Shout out to those guys. All right.
Oh yeah, because this one had because Beast Wars 2 had like jets and stuff in there too. Let's see. Yeah, like some of those flip jets, like I can't remember what you call it, like the let me get the name for they were in Robot Masters and they were in
yeah, I got them. One's yellow. There's a yellow one and a blue one.
Yeah, that was Thrust.
Yeah, I have those.
Yeah.
Karada.
There was a name for him, but I can't think of. There was like a gimmick name for him.
Karada was not the snake. I'm just not bringing up the snake, but anyways. Oh well.
We'll get to the bottom of it, Justin.
Yeah.
We'll get you on for your birthday.
Sounds good. All right, moving on to the next piece of news, which is the one that I am super excited about that I was not super excited about when I first saw it. The SDCC, which kind of sucks because it's SDCC. But the Transformers Cross Ghostbusters MP10G. I feel like this is like the perfect way for me to say thank you, MP10 Mold. This is my last purchase of you. And it is the Ghostbusters Crossover Prime, which, like, the trailer sells it for me. Like, I just love the like, we're ready to believe you on the trailer. The slime on it, the logo,
yeah,
like it looks great.
Slime.
And then like the fact that he does come with a Proton pack, and he's also got like Ecto 1's lights on the roof of the trailer. I'm like, that's stupid in all the right ways for me, you know, like.
Dude, I love the carrying case itself, man. I think that's alone. When I saw that, I was like, man, that is neat.
It is pretty cool. It's a good idea.
That is awesome. So it looks cool. I mean, I'm not gonna get it, you know, but you know, if you love Ghostbusters, like you know yourself and everything, this is cool. I mean, it looks neat. I love the Slimer little thing add on. So it's got a lot of pieces. It's only $150, so it's not that bad.
Yeah, I wonder if this is the type of thing that's gonna sell out. Like, I feel like it is the type of thing that's gonna sell out pretty big because you've got Transformers and Ghostbusters fans that are gonna want to snap at it. And like the price is reasonable, but like, I don't know. It's the kind of thing that it doesn't look like something that's gonna sit at Hasbro Toy Shop or the Pulse or whatever the hell it is now. So it's the kind of thing that I feel like the post SDCC market is not going to be pleasant necessarily. But
oh yeah, $300-400 bucks, maybe more.
Yeah. So
that's pretty cool.
I don't know.
I like does the Proton pack come to his gun? Did I say that?
Yeah, the Proton pack does come off the trailer and connect onto his back.
Cool.
So
that is pretty cool.
Like, I feel like this guy on the shelf with his Proton pack with Ectotron, I think is great, and hopefully Ectotron will fit in the back of the trailer, and my life will be complete. I'll be happy.
Yeah, you can die, man.
Did you gush over the The Ghost Trap roller.
No,
Yeah.
I did not. But like when I saw that, I was like, okay, because like if anyone remembers when this was first kind of announced, like the Prime looked like he was like, I believe the pictures showed him like kind of like tannish, kind of like their jumpsuit a little. Like Prime was white, but like the like legs I believe were like tan, and I'm like, if it's just like white Prime with the Ghostbusters logo on the trailer, like it's not interesting. But like I assume, I don't know. I mean, I assume the proton pack is probably the same one from Ectotron, because you just pull off that roof and it transforms into a proton pack and stuff. So I think it's probably the same. But then you went the extra mile and included a little Slimer and a remolded roller. I'm like, okay, like you did enough to
That's pretty cool.
Appease me here.
That is pretty cool, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this one. So, yeah, I mean, we'll see. I've got my feelers out. Supposedly, I know someone who is now going. Thanks to Matt. He's hooked me up with Nathan, who is not going to SDCC, but has 2 friends going there that can pick stuff up. So he wants an MP10, so he's going to tell his friend to get 2, and we'll see what happens. So
yeah, Nathan's good dude, man.
Yeah, I'm hoping that comes through. I would be very happy to add this to my Ghostbusters Transformer collection.
Yeah, I hope you get it, man. That'd be cool, man.
I hope so. I mean, it's the type of thing that if I don't, then consideration will have to be to actually, pay whatever the scalper price is, because it's not even fair to say scalper price, because SDCC tickets are expensive. Like, your time in the booth is expensive. So yes, it is an inflated price, but like it's a lot of times it's justified. It's not really. It's not. These people are not going into Walmart and buying all the product and then selling it for 3 times the money. Like there was time and effort.
Oh yeah, the lines are, I'm sure.
Yeah,
just the line itself.
I mean, I've been to conventions for like much smaller conventions than SDCC that you spend hours waiting in line for that one exclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
before you guys, just whenever you're done with this, before you move on, we need to appease the Stasis Lock crew so we don't get
let's do it now.
like in Anchorman.
Did I make something wrong with the Stasis Lock?
Well, no, I got backwards, and then we kind of were. I just want to make sure. I just want to get everything right. Okay, so I got confused. Beast Wars 2 came before Neo. I got confused that they were flipped around the other way. So Beast Wars Neo is the one that we were all thinking about with Long Rack, Stampy, Break the Penguin, Heinrad, who is the Tanuki with the testicles and the Saki, and there were a couple other characters. The one you're thinking about is Colada.
Colada, okay.
It's Pina Colada. He was Maximal. And then I was thinking about Dead End, which is the name of the whatever the fuck the thing. I'm trying to think what he turns into. But the character that the toy I was thinking of, he came in a 2-pack with Break, who is the Penguin. So those were 2 of the ones. Those are the first 2 I had.
Okay.
There was something else.
Well, I apologize.
But yeah, anyway.
Stasis Lock.
So we know what we're talking about, but we make mistakes sometimes because G1 is better and all, and fuck Beast Wars. But
obviously,
we do make the occasional mistake. But deep down inside, we know what we're talking about. Well, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll move on to the next topic here, and we're moving on to the MP19 Plus. That is Smokescreen. I feel like at this point we can expect every old MP release to get a plus version, and Smokescreen is no different. And supposedly, people are pointing out that he does have a little custom smoke effect behind him. Whether that comes with him or not is yet to be seen, obviously.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he looks fine. Did he get a new face? Does the face look really long?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think the new shoulder cannons are new, I think, right? And he's got a new gun, I think, too.
Yeah, I mean,
about
the shoulder cannons I think look the same. I may be wrong.
Okay.
But the gun in hand, I mean I can't say I remember it 100%. It does look different to me.
I'd have to go look up.
But the one thing that definitely stood out was that face. Like something totally different about the face. It feels awfully long. I feel like it's correct, but it looks weird.
No, it is. It's cartoon accurate.
Yeah.
Jay Leno.
For better or worse.
Yeah, Jay Leno is right.
Is his color going to change also? Is it going to be different anything as far as, or is the red, white, and blue going to be the same as the original MP?
So let me see. I wanted to look at MP Smokescreen here. Because
Matt,
I can't really see what's different.
Red, white, and blue?
Oh, come on now.
Okay, so I'm looking at old pictures of MPs now. That's not it. I don't think he had decals on him there. Did he? Did the original? Yeah, I guess the original Smokescreen had some like fake racing sponsorship stuff.
Yeah, it did.
So
is only getting a new head sculpt? Is that the only thing he's getting new?
A cleaner paint job. And paint, for that matter.
No, the gun looks like it's the same too.
The shoulder guns are different.
Are they different? I didn't think they were.
The shoulder guns are different. The head's different. He's got the smoke effect.
Oh, I guess the shoulder gun's a little more sleek, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it is the same gun then. Okay.
Whether or not they attach to the same armature, I don't know. Because if you look at, God damn it, this touchscreen's killing me. I keep closing my windows. If you look at picture, the plus C, it's the last one. You see where they look like they're kind of like about to fall apart. I mean, I'm sure that's,
Yeah.
But are they just not held together well, or did they clip on like that? I don't.
Well, it looks like the one on the right it's not even all the way into his body also. So.
His body.
Yeah. Okay. So a new head sculpt and new shoulder guns and a cleaner paint job, I guess. Or. I mean, I'm fine with mine.
I almost feel like this feels like the least change for an MP Plus. Like, I don't know.
I don't know what was Prowl? He only had the windows and a paint job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I actually haven't even picked up the Prowl yet. Think about it, I keep forgetting.
I haven't picked any of them. If I would pick up one, it would be Wheeljack. That's the only one I think has dramatically changed. Was the Wheeljack one? Yeah,
I got the Wheeljack and I got the two Lambos. Well, two of the Lambos. The Red Alert and Sideswipe, which I like those a lot. And I like Wheeljack. Well, who else is there to get a plus? Like, who else would there be? There'd be, because we already seen Smokescreens coming out. And then, it's Silver Streak. And this guy, who's left that would get a plus?
Mm-hmm.
Trax?
But Trax was pretty spot on as far as deco.
Soundwave? Could they do a plus of Soundwave? Make him more cartoonish looking? So I'm surprised they haven't. Well, we're getting that reissue. But I thought we would get a plus before we got a reissue, to be honest.
What was Soundwave's designation number?
I don't know.
Did he come out? He was right after Starscream, right? Or before?
He is MP13.
13. So he was...
So Starscream was MP11. So what was MP12?
Sideswipe? Yeah, Sideswipe.
Sideswipe, yeah. I think the Soundwave's the only... like I said, I think that... I'm surprised that they haven't done a plus version of him before they did a reissue. I think he's really the only one left that would be... that people would want as a plus version. I don't think anything else. I think Trax had a good enough, you said was, to almost look like the cartoon. Plus, he had a great paint job on it. So I don't think you would need to add anything else to tracks, maybe to fix the back part, but that's about it. But I think Soundwave would be the only one logically to be that could be used as a plus version that people would want.
Yeah. I'm surprised we're getting that other release of Soundwave that is not a plus version at this point.
Yeah.
Like,
I think we're gonna get a new. I bet we get a new Soundwave.
Oh, I think so too. I think so
we're gonna get a new. We're gonna get a new Starscreen. I know they're gonna do a new Starscreen and everything. And I was talking with Extra Zero, and he says that, and this made a pretty good point. Is we've seen maybe Takara. Why has Takara put out the season 3 stuff? Because you don't need license for that stuff. And he's like, well, what if Takara's just waiting for it to die down? And then just come in and pounce on everything and say, here, we got this stuff coming up. We've always had this stuff, but we're just waiting for the third-party stuff to die down a little bit, and here you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of...
That'd be a good thing, man.
I don't know. I mean, I could see the Season 3 stuff makes a lot of sense given the lack of licensing, Yeah. Like, even your closest one that resembles something that you would have to license in Hot Rod, I think it's far enough away from the actual vehicle that it's inspired by that, like, you're not going to have to pay licensing there.
Yeah.
So.
And they can do Cyclonus, Scourge. I mean, come on now. They can do all those.
Yeah.
We're talking. I saw this. I've seen this. I mean, this isn't a one-off comment. There's a version of it every day. But I saw it on Facebook the other day, and it got me to thinking, because just that particular time, because I think I was in the restroom or something. I think I was having a mat break. But
nice.
Yeah, everyone complains about the Plus stuff coming out, but it's not like they're wasting time making new molds. And everybody's like, these hundreds of Plus figures we're getting, there's only like 7.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time they're like Takara Tomy exclusives, and they're releasing at the same time as another figure, so they're not taking a release slot. Like, I don't understand what the problem is. Like, that's just one of those things where if you don't like it, don't get it. Like, it's not like it's hindering.
Yeah, no, I agree. The only thing that I might counterpoint is I wonder from Takara Tomy's standpoint, for like, we need to release so many G1 inspired things so we can keep our G1 fans invested or whatever. We know they turn a profit, whatever. And these fill that slot. Like, you're right that they're not taking away from, other releases and stuff, but I do wonder if maybe G1 stuff has slowed down and this is supposed to be good enough,
Yeah, well, and I'm reading the second comment down here, where he makes a point for TFW, which is a big thing to make a point there.
Oh, was you being funny or was you being serious?
Oh, I'm being serious. Usually it's just a whole lot of jibber jabber. But there's nothing more than quick repaints to help bring the older stuff up snuff, paint wise. So if you're going to start heading in a particular direction, like, he's got a point, like, instead of like making all new figures for these, just give them a different paint job to kind of make them blend in. Because I think we said that last week or the week before. I think Justin, it was like some of these characters just aren't worth. Like, I think it was you that said it. I might just be thinking about another discussion, but like, some of these characters, like the cars, just aren't really worth like doing version 2s of. But I don't know.
Well, I mean, third party's doing it now. They're doing plus versions of older characters they have. So it's just not Takara doing this. Third party's jumping on that, plus train, choo-choo. But anyways, everybody wants to bitch about Takara.
It is what it is.
Yep. All right, so what else do we have left here? I think we are close to being done. Oh, okay.
Last thing.
Generation Seacons.
I knew these. I mean, they're going to be retools of the Abominus, the Terracons. I think it's cool. They have new hands and new feet, which is pretty cool. The hands are articulated now, and the feet look a lot bigger. I hated the parts that came with them that they could be hands or feet. I think they were trash. I like the individual Terracons. They were pretty good. I didn't really like them combined as Abominus because it was kind of floppy. So I'm hoping maybe they fix that with this guy, because I would like to have a Chug Piranacon or a whatever Lord, whatever he's called.
King Poseidon.
Yeah,
I wonder.
Sorry.
BBTS is probably sitting there and they're like, I hope that this fails.
Yeah,
I hope that like 12 years from now it's still sitting in your store taking up space.
I got that one, man. I bought it for like $70. That
Me too. Because I was like, oh, this is cool. This is a big deal, And then it's still there.
I think they're giving them away for stocking stuffers now or something like that. They still have some in stock, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the price goes way down to like $25,
mm-hmm.
and then
still nobody.
and it'll go all the way up to like 85. I'm like, there's no let's see, what's it at right now?
But I'm cool, and I like these select. They're going to be. I think they're going to be part of the select line. So I hope. The rumor is they're going to be a box set, so that's pretty cool. I like to. A lot of people like to get box sets instead of waiting for them to come out and everything. So it's just the price. This stuff is going up in price, so this is going to be probably like $180, maybe even close to $200. Maybe not that much, but it could. I could see this being $160 to $180.
Yeah, I don't see. That's the thing about the box set. If you look at picture 8, which is the hand and the foot,
mm-hmm.
You see that tag that's got a 6,500 yen on there. Well, that's only $60. So
I bet that's the main body. Or
yeah.
Why would they show a price of just the main body then, though?
Yeah, it looks like they all have different price tags on them.
So there's going to be well, it might not be a box set then.
Yeah, because there's one for Scalor, there's one for for Turtler. If we're going by.
Oh man, I'd rather have it as a box set, to be honest. Just
let me see. Is there a good picture where you can get the price? Let's see, there's one good picture of the sign in view, and it's flashed out.
I don't see a good one of the price.
I'm sure somebody's got pictures somewhere. I don't know.
All I see is for the foot. Leg.
Yeah, so if you're looking at, this looks like pretty standard import prices for these molds.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be looking at like $39 for a limb, $60 for the main bot, right? Is that about what it is?
Yeah, I think that sounds about right.
For import, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I guess so. I don't have no clue, to be honest.
And this is like an quote-unquote exclusive, right? So like the only Japanese retailers that'll have it are like Anime Export will have it, and what's that? There's one that banned me because I asked where my shit was because they told me it had shipped and it hadn't shipped, and I got my money back and they banned me. No, not Chumong Mong. That's the one where you can't pay for anything.
Toys.
No, they fixed that. Robert said they fixed that. You can pay for stuff now.
No, I can't remember. It's one that people talk about. It's like Anime Export, but it's the other one where you pay up front.
Shows the store?
No. It's it's not like a Transformers or a third party. Like it's not like one of those stores. It's like it's like a Hobby Link Japan. I mean, it's like I don't want to say it's a legit store, but it's one of the stores that carries all sorts of stuff, and they have like physical locations and whatnot.
Hey, did you pre-order the DX9 Dinobots?
I did not. Okay. I did not. No.
I'm getting them finally. I passed on them, so I'm gonna get them.
Yeah, I don't know.
I put $4 down, man. They got my $4.
They're never gonna come. They're gonna run off with your money.
I know, man. That $100 from Moss Toys, and now Shows These Stores gonna take my $4.
Throwing that on a dime bag.
Yeah, but I'm cool. I'll probably get this. I like to have some updated Seacons. So.
Oh! It's magic. 3,800 yen. So what's that?
What,
Oh,
$30?
God damn it. I do not want UT Formers.
$30? $25,
$35. So I was close, yeah. So it's retail price is $35 and some change for the limb, and then $60 for the main body.
So oh my God, that's over $200.
That's
Like,
yeah, that's like two.
Jeebus.
With the change added up, it'll be like 213 or something. Because I forgot there's five deluxes and one Voyager.
Huh.
I'm sure there'll be some sort of a price break if you go through. If you go through, no, Amazon won't carry this. They don't usually carry there's only. It's only the places that make you pay up front that carry. No, they carry other stuff, but the exclusive stuff. There's only the store exclusive stuff. There's only a couple places that carry that, and those are the make you pay up front.
Okay.
Because they have to. Yeah, they got to watch their backs. Yo, this is a much clearer picture of these guys. I mean, they don't look terrible, but
they look fine.
They don't. That gray prototype's not doing them any favors, as far as the holes and the gaps and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But,
yeah. Hopefully they'll fix that. But anyways, cool beans.
All right. Well, that is the news. So we are on to listener questions, and in usual stance, I am not reading them.
God dang, I hate reading.
Yay, go Matt.
I always fuck up words, man.
I'll read them.
Okay, good.
Well, I'll read this one. Let's see what we got.
MP Collector?
Did we do this one from Jerry, or is this just similar to another one? It's the one after MP Collector. I wasn't sure. Is there a figure we got in hand but disappointed? Okay, never mind. We'll get to it. I meant to ask before the show, and then.
I mean, we probably answer something similar to it, but I don't think we've answered that one from Jerry.
Okay, well, it'll be easy then. Dear SU crew, setting aside any of the amazing Transformers statues currently offered by companies like Imaginarium Art and Prime One Studios, what is the greatest scene you would want to see represented in a large detailed statue? Would it be a single character like a Prime, or a small grouping of characters like the G1 Soundwave statue that Imaginarium Art released last year? How big is too big? How much money is too much? I'm trying to get at what the dream Transformer statue would look like, just in case Joe ends up being right when he says that all roads lead to statues. MP Collector, #1 SCU fanboy.
Dude, I would want to see that the Prime when he's fixing to go fight Megatron in the 86 movie with him and Hound and Sunstreaker and the ship. That's an iconic scene to me. I think that would look beautiful on a statue.
There's a lot of things that I feel like are iconic. I wouldn't mind seeing the Ark just in the side of the mountain. You know, I think that'd be kind of a cool display piece to have somewhere. You know,
that's iconic. That's that's all G1 right there.
Yeah, I mean, that was almost every single episode, right? So, I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing the scene, in I don't know about when is too big. I don't know. To me, it has to be reasonably sized. Or I'm not terribly interested in having it in my house. Space already somewhat of a premium, right? So, the scene at the end of the movie when they're flying out of Unicron's eye. That could be a cool scene. Just a Unicron head with some little smaller, detailed statue bits to fly out the eye.
I would like to see when Starscream had his cape and his crown on. You got Astro Train and the couple of Constructicons up there. I think that would be not when he's getting shot, because that was not nice. But right before he got shot, he's the cape just whisked in the wind or whatever. Which there was no wind in space, so I don't know how it did that. Anyway, that's beside the point.
The same way that the Constructicons were blowing horns with faceplates.
Exactly. So I would love, that would be my ideal. Those two that I mentioned would be so iconic to have a statue in your collection of that I can think of.
If you're gonna go balls, I mean, I wouldn't say this is iconic. I mean, it kind of is for the first season, or at least a portion of the first season. But if you're gonna go balls out and have a big display, do like your season 1 Decepticons. You know, they'll have a base, and then when you click all the bases together, you have the. Well, no. They'll have like the base, the statue base, and then when you click them all together, you get the space bridge.
Yeah, that'd be a cool thing too. Space bridge would be neat.
What about their underwater base? Well, you know, with their ship, the
Nemesis or whatever.
Nemesis, yeah.
Special statue that goes in your pool.
Yeah. Well, like like you did that little thing for Jason. You know, you did with the that thing. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Actually, that'd be kind of cool. Definitely, like having like that for like a fish tank, like a fish,
and have a little thing come up that has let them fly out of the little thing,
a little movable air bubble thing for the fish tank that is the Decepticon base.
I think Omega.
Man, I'm still working on it.
Oh, okay. Well, what about Omega as his base mode or his tank mode or whatever? Nah, maybe not. I don't think about that. Or Omega fat in one of a Devastator or something.
Oh, you were talking about Unicron. I think having like a Unicron bust, but not like a traditional bust. Like have it where he's swallowing Galvatron.
Ah, or what about him just standing on Cybertron? I know that'd be a lot, really big, but that scene where he's standing on Cybertron, I think that might be pretty cool.
Isn't that what that lamp is though?
I don't think he's standing on Cybertron though.
Yeah, I can't remember. It was.
But that lamp
I thought about
beautiful.
getting that lamp, but then it was too expensive. Yeah.
Wasn't it like 2,000 or something? Or maybe.
I don't remember. I just remember it was like I got to thinking about it. I was like, I don't care that much.
What else I could think? Maybe. Yeah, wait. It'd be cool for Galvatron, in this, Galvatron and Ultra Magnus, trying to open up the Matrix, and it has a little thing that says "Damn it, open, damn it," and you got the sweeps coming in.
Oh. Who makes those big statues, like the ones that are like 2 feet tall?
Prime 1, isn't it?
Yeah, you could get like they could do an Autobot and a Decepticon one, like depending on which one you want. Like they would have to make 2 different ones, and it would have all your Autobots and Decepticons lined up facing the wall, so you could actually display them with their backs out.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, and have perfect backs on them.
Oh yeah.
For all the MP collectors to graduate to.
I don't think anybody would bitch about it either, though. I don't think anybody would bitch about that, to be honest.
Yeah, I was trying. It was something I came up with. I tried to develop it, but it didn't really work. But Matt got it.
Yeah. No, I could understand, man. I would not see anybody complaining about that shit at all.
If you want to do a smaller scale statue, the scene of Prime dying with everybody standing around him, that'd be kind of a cool statue.
Dead Prime. Okay. That would be fine. Now, what did you? I mean, we're just saying G1 stuff. Would you want to see? I mean, is there any other iconic scenes from like any other lines that you would want to see a statue of? And I say that, and I can't think of one either. But that's kind of stupid to say. But whatever.
I don't know if I would buy it. I mean, I don't know if it'd be worth the money to me. I don't know how well it would sell, but that scene at the end of Transformers Prime where Bumblebee jumps up and stabs Megatron through with the Starsaber, like I think that would that could look pretty cool in a statue. I mean, I'm not saying it's at the top of anybody's list, but just thinking about scenes that would translate it into a 3D object.
What about Dinobot dying, sacrificing himself? And all that stuff. I think that might be a good seller later. Alrighty.
Yep. So I think that's the statue news there for, I mean, our opinions on statues. So I mean, I'm not a statue person, so like there's almost no price that I'd be interested in statues. What about either of you guys?
Man. They're so good.
And how big is too big?
I don't know how big is too big. I mean,
yeah, I mean that's kind of a case by case, like person by person basis.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind to have a big one. Like you said, I love all that said about the Unicron over Cybertron. Man, if I could find somewhere to put it, man, I wouldn't care how big it was. I guess I do care, but whatever. And price, I mean, price is different.
1-to-1 scale.
Jesus well, that's Christ. The thing. Like, if you've got a fan that lives in a one-bedroom apartment, or like lives in the city, or lives in like Japan or China, and has a 7-bedroom apartment, that's the size of a studio apartment. Like their idea of like what's too big versus, someone that lives out in the country with like, a huge open plan house, like, it's just kind of your individual needs and, what you can support with what you have, I guess.
Definitely. Yeah. So it's definitely a living situation dependent thing, in my opinion. All right. What's the next question we're doing?
All right. We actually have 2 from Jerry. So you want to just combine these 2 since they're from the same guy?
Sure.
Okay. Let's do this as a 2-parter, even though it was just 2 questions we didn't get to. Hey, SU, has there been a figure that y'all were excited to get, but once in hand was disappointed? Which one? Last night I opened up Flames Toys Drift, despite it being one of my favorite IDW designs. Excuse me. It was kind of disappointing. Didn't blow me away like they're Tarn. Thanks, guys. Jerry. And then his second question is, with more companies jumping in on legend scale figures, do y'all think it will decrease the amount of masterpiece scale figures? Will it be the next phase for third party, similar to what masterpiece scale figures did to Chug figures? Again, thanks, guys. Jerry. I got a bubble in my throat. Sorry.
Figures that we got that were disappointing or looking forward to. One of my very first, I know there's more than this, but one that really stands out is the original MMC Azalea, because that was a big deal. It was that one TF Con. It was in stock with one retailer at the time, and they're like, come to the room and you can pick it up. It's this is awesome, getting something relatively early and all that stuff, and the transformation, she looked fine, she works, but transforming that thing and getting the head through the parts, it was not fun, and I was just I don't really like this, and more recently, I got I thought it was going to be DX9 Hulky, but it was the McFans Toys version, and I'm just this is just not good, I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like the DX9 Seekers. I thought in pictures, I'm they don't look terrible. And then I got them in hand. I was no, these are just trash. I wish I didn't waste my time. So, yeah, I feel like it happens an awful lot with buying figures. Those are the kind of the newest and most prominent, and the one that I can think of easiest. But absolutely, I bought figures that I'm no, wish I didn't do that. So
I can't think of anything offhand that I was disappointed off. I'd have to. Yeah, I can't think of anything. I'm usually happy with what I get, because I love everything. So, but offhand, I can't think of anything disappointing.
Those McFans Toys swerves in gear, but you weren't intending to keep them anyway, really. So
no, I'm just checking out the McFans Toys stuff. I'm not going to keep them. They're fine if you like McFans Toys. You win. It's just not where I want to go with my Legends collection stuff. Mm-hmm. So, man, something that disappointed me that I really wanted to get. Yeah, I can't think of anything offhand right now. What about you, Greg?
There's been plenty of stuff. That the Azalea, that's one I can agree with. The original Cubex Huffer, that anything KFC put out, like up to, a certain point. I don't know. There's a lot of shit. Fans Toys, Rouge. That was one I definitely was expecting a lot more out of.
That's a good one. That's a good one to pick, yeah.
The War for Cybertron, Bruticus, whatever that Onslaught upgrade set was. I don't know if you guys remember what I'm talking about. It was like a new Onslaught and then parts to make it actually look like the game instead of like a skeleton. And that thing was a piece of trash. With literally like the leg pieces from tension, they weren't tolerance right. And if you could finally get them on there, like randomly you'd be walking through the room and one would shoot off at you like a fucking, like that scene in Dark Knight where he shoots his blades off his gauntlet at the Joker. It was like that, like he's shooting these fucking razors at you. There's been a lot of stuff I was disappointed in, unfortunately, but it comes with the territory.
I have one that's not even Transformers related. Big fan of Mass Effect, and I had picked up those the Ghostbusters figures. The what are they? The 1/6 scale? Is that what they are? I can't even remember what the scale is anymore because I'm not.
What brand were they? Like?
The Blitzway ones. I think they're 1/6.
Okay.
I can't remember. But I picked up a similar scaled Shepard from Mass Effect, but like they apparently to get like the Shepard head, it was like some kind of like crazy like pre-order thing. I'm like, how you create a Shepard and don't let him have like Shepard's head is a little bit weird. And so it was just like it kind of ended up being like generic guy in the suit, and I'm like, I just don't feel the same about this, like I don't know. So that was one of those disappointing things that I have since sold because I was like, I don't know, like I'm not happy with the execution here. So yeah, but yeah, like Greg said, I mean, it is something that comes with the territory because there's a lot of stuff that comes out that looks like it's going to be solid, and then sadly, not everything is. So
yeah. That's with everything, any collection you do, so.
Yeah, I don't think you can avoid it. There's really nothing you can do. So.
Yeah. The second part, you said with more companies on a legend scale, do y'all think that decreases the amount of masterpiece? No, I think that you're still going to have your main players in the MP scale. I don't think I don't think it's because of what the Legends do. It's just because there's not a lot of characters left to do. Maybe. That might decrease the amount of masterpiece scale, but we're still getting new stuff, every, at least week or every other week or every month. We're getting new figures, so I don't think it's going to decrease right now.
I actually tend to feel differently about that. We have a lot of masterpiece companies out there, but like you think about it, like I mean, I guess the X9 has done the Stunticons recently, but I just feel like there is like the Legends and stuff is this new interesting market that you can make relatively cheap toys that I'm sure they're still turning a decent profit on. The engineering doesn't need to be as complex. People are a little more willing to be like, this little piece, it's okay to be here because it's a Legends. Like where else are you gonna put it on this guy without it breaking? So like there's a little more leeway there, true. So like your design costs are lower, and like I think that like outside of if you are the big players, like I do think that like your DX9s are probably not in a huge hurry to go ahead and release a bunch of MP scaled things.
Look at Make Toys. When's the last time we got anything from them?
Yeah, exactly. Okay,
I could change my mind. I mean, yeah, that's probably right. With the Legend scale, like you said, it's so you know, they're so small. You know, you don't have to put so much engineering into them. You know, there is still some good engineering to some of the, you know, especially Magic Square and New Age and everything, but it's not as much as a, you know, MP scale figure.
I mean, and it's not as complex. There's not as much engineering involved. Like, you know, that's not saying that any of them are bad. You know, it's just, you know, it's certainly not the same complexity as an MP piece, really. And, you know, and it's also a market that, like, like you said, I mean, that too, we are starting to get to the bottom of the barrel of, you know, MP releases. Like, there's probably a reason that nobody's really tackling Mirage and stuff like that, you know, because, like, there's already a Mirage that people kind of say is, like, you know, it's going to be really hard for me to decide that I'm going to replace this one down the road, you know, so, yeah, I think, you know, it's a combination of things. It is that crowded space, that dwindling reserve to pull from, and I do think that the Legends are, you know, there's a cost saving for the company, which means more profit, even though the average figure is lesser. And the other thing is, like, because the figures are cheaper and lesser in that regard, like, people are more willing to jump in and buy those things, because, like, it's a lot easier to justify what, like, you know, $40 or something on, you know, something that everybody's raving about versus, you know, $100 on something that's receiving mixed reviews, you know. So,
and they're putting out a lot of stuff too. I mean, you know, either by the end of this year or next year, I mean, you'll have a season 1, 2, and 3 already done. You know, so you got your stuff and you're ready to go, you know, and move on to, you know, other stuff, which they're doing. You know, they're doing Beast Wars now, and they're moving on to other stuff and everything. So I wonder if the Legends is going to jump into stuff like, you know, like animated and Prime.
I would love to see. Like, I would go all in on animated, and then, like, I feel like Legends is the type of thing you can take that risk for, because I do feel like the average collector is, you know, more willing to be like, you know, like, this is not taking up a bunch of real estate nor funding. I would buy it, you know, if it's good looking. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm just, you know, a fan of animated things, but I do want to see where the non G1 Legend stuff goes, like the Beast Wars stuff that we've seen. Like, I feel like you know, there's a potential for it to be pretty successful in this case.
Yeah.
So,
what about you, Greg? You think that?
I think companies are still going to be making masterpiece stuff. Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of way. I mean, I agree with what you guys have said. I mean, there's a lot of way to go with Legends. There's so many. I mean, we're not going to see that slow down at all, like we have the masterpiece stuff. But they'll always find a way. There'll be something. There's something else to move into. But again, it goes with you know, earlier with the Lio Convoy. Like, as soon as something different starts coming out, you know, everybody just assumes that, like,
oh, they're done. Yeah.
Yeah. The brakes are pumping.
Oh, they're done with Beast Wars.
Yeah.
Clean your hands off, you know, whatever. You know,
I mean, there's people still doing chug scale stuff, right? There's people that are still buying chug. I mean, hell, I got nostalgic as hell the other day. Well, nostalgic's not really a good word for it, but this guy was complaining about how much the chug cone heads cost, and, like, they're like $20 a piece now. And he was complaining about that. Like, remember when those motherfuckers were like 70 a piece?
Oh, you mean the classics and generation ones?
Yeah.
They're only $20. That's good.
Something like that. 20, 25.
I mean, when they were out, they were only like 12. I mean, they were around $12, $13.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, like, secondary. Like,
yeah, no, I'm just saying. I'm like, come on, yeah, $20. Yeah, they were. Yeah, yeah.
He was like, I like. I don't want to call this guy out too much, but it was just kind of funny seeing that now, like, just seeing the contrast between this and, like, you know, 4 years ago. He's like, I want the cone heads, but I don't know if I want them $65 or $70 worth. And I'm like, damn, that's how much that botcon one was going for
a
while. So
that's cool.
Yeah,
I think that's it. We don't have any
that's us on questions.
All right.
I guess we're done.
I think that's
We'll
it.
see.
So next week, hopefully, we'll have a full cast back. I mean, you never know with these things because Robert literally canceled on us like 2 minutes. Would you say before?
He had a good reason though. He had a good reason.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, still, always kind of sucks when someone bows out real quick.
No, yeah, I was looking forward to the night and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always fun. I love having a full cast. Bobby has a schedule that keeps him not able to show up every couple of weeks or whatever, which sucks. But
well, yeah, because Nerve Rage.
Exactly.
He's got to record Nerve Rage.
Exactly. So, it sucks. Hopefully, we have a full cast. Hopefully, everybody enjoyed it anyway, though, because I definitely don't think that we are quote unquote the B team, and we put out pretty good stuff.
I hope y'all liked it. Thank y'all very much for listening.
Yep.
We appreciate everything, and I guess we'll see y'all next week.
Take us out, Matt.
Shoutouts to Courthouse Network, ROC, Antis Around, Toy Detox, Plastic Fanatics, Spirit Vultures, Nerve Rage Radio, and Wigs. And my personal favorite, the well-established gentleman's show, Stasis Lock. At Real Robot, at Fear Corpse. I am Ratchet. Third Party TF Crashers, and Open Your Toys Podcast. This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and shut the fuck